Okay, hello everybody, welcome to lesson 2 of our small introduction into painting and drawing. So, in this lesson I want you to show how to make sure that proportions in a picture are the way you really want to have them. It's not so much about how it should be looking realistically or whatever, but it's more about to know, okay, how does a nose look like, how does a mouth look like, and so on. So when you really start to paint new things, then let's say like an animal you have never painted before, or some building, you should really look closely how things look like and then try to translate it in some form into what you're painting. So this is about proportions, sizes and such, but as you know me, not too exactly measured, but more following the own flow. So okay, what do you need to paint a face? Yeah, we have a bit of it here already, like eyes, nose and mouth, and let's say like kind to recognize somebody really, the most important thing is that you can recognize like the shape of the mouth. So mouth is kind of important when making a portrait, and I'll place a mouth here first. So let's say this is the small tip you have here, and then let's say you have something like this. And then you should know a mouth is not a plain thing, but it has like two axes. The one lip is going upwards here and this is going like downwards here, right? So if you think of light distribution, this lip here will have like more shadow and this kind of will be bright. So I'll just kind of sketch it down for you. So this is kind of darkish and this is kind of brightish, right? So however you really want to paint this later. So okay, so here we have this form, here we have this, something like this, and here kind of like this. Okay, this is pretty much already the basic shape, and then actually this is kind of before starting stuff. Let's really start, and you may want to do it differently, but I'm going here just for a few, let's say, lighter shadows, like darker midtones. So I won't do too much detail, just a bit of, like, let's say, okay, this is kind of darkish. So like this. This too, of course. You see, I'm using here a lot of water because I'm using acrylic colors. If you use oil, you really can do the same, just with turpentine. Just like smudge a bit what should be darker, what should be lighter. So, and this could really be the first thing you start with. You don't have to draw all these lines beforehand. You just can start with like putting impressionistically your midtones. It's all completely up to you. Okay, turns out that this face doesn't look too malish, but if you get like more the Santa Claus face, that's okay too. We don't bother about that at this point. It's just about having a well-proportioned face of some sort. Okay. Let's return a bit to the shapes. Okay, more or less at the height of the eye you have the ear, like this, and you really can try to paint it, but you can also just put hair above later. So it's just about knowing, okay, the ear kind like starts here and it's in one curved line with the eyes, and it's a bit bigger than an eye. So if you're copying a photograph, then you just have to look closely from where to where it really goes, and then that makes the decision. Okay, and then from here the neck is like this, and let's say we just put the shoulder here, something like this. So now the shoulder is turned completely towards you, and here you have the neck, and let's say like here is the arm, but that's completely up to you how you place things and how you go for it. And here now again you just go for a bit, just for the darker midtones a bit, like here. And like here. Just try to imagine where the light comes from, and that surfaces facing directly to it are brighter, and which have a certain angle to it, of course, are darker. And then it works like out that way, right? So now we have kind of the basic shape here, and in the next step we'll go and decide how to really how to really make structure, surfaces and such. Okay, thank you for your attention, and looking forward to the next lesson. See you then.